how many terms in the sequence 1, 1, comma 3, comma 3 squared, comma 3 cubed must be added together to get 3,280? So this is a geometric sequence because each time you multiply by 3. So this is a geometric sequence. You have to multiply by 3. Your common ratio is 3. All right. So we use our formula. We know that the geometric sequence to find any term, you know that an is equal to a1 times r to the n minus 1. In this case, an is going to be equal to 1 times 3 to the n minus 1. And therefore, 1 times 3 is 3. So this is an is equal to 3 to the n minus 1. Now, the term (3 to the n minus 1), okay? So that's a sequence. We're saying how many terms must be added together to get 3,280. So that's a series if we're adding things up. So that means we're going to be using the form Sn is equal to a1 times 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r. And we need to solve for n because we need to be figuring out how many terms we need to get to 3,280. So let's set this up. R equals 3, Sn equals 3,280, and A1 equals 1. So in this case, Sn, 3,280, is going to be equal to A1 is 1, so just 1 minus 3 to the n over 1 minus 3. All right? So that's going to be, when you evaluate this is going to be 3,280. That's going to be equal to 1 minus 3 to the n over negative 2. If we multiply each side by negative 2, (3,280) times negative 2, this is going to be negative 650. So negative 6560 is equal to 1 minus 3 to the n. So then what we can do next is subtract each side by 1. So that means we're going to have subtract each side by 1. So we're going to have negative 6561 equals negative 3 to the n. Now the last step is that we need to evaluate negative, isolate n. So we can rewrite this as a logarithm. We can say that, well actually before we write this as a logarithm, it'll make sense to divide each side by negative 1 so that we can say that 6561 is equal to 3 to the n. So all I did is divide each side by negative 1. Now I can rewrite this as a logarithm, so I can say log base 3 of 6561 is equal to n. So in my calculator I can say log base 3 of 6561 to n, and in my calculator it is spit out that log base 3 of 6561 is equal to 8. So n is equal to 8, and our correct answer is C.